you've been giving her financial support for your child?
Yes, and more than that.
What else more?
Rayvon, Houston, and Chastity Henry, please unmute and turn on your cameras.
Your Honor, this is a suit affecting the parent-child relationship, and the state would like the court to take judicial notice that both parties are here and were emailed a copy of the state's petition, and they've asked to proceed with the case today.
So noted.
Thank you, Your Honor. I will read the agreed portions, and then the parts that they didn't agree to, we'll have a hearing on that. Parties agree that the father is currently self-employed and a gross monthly income of $2,816.67. Parties are in agreement for child support to be set at guidelines at $436 a month, beginning January 1st, 2026, and for the father to pay cash medical support at $100 a month, beginning January 1st, 2026. Parties are in agreement that the child is on the government medical plan and court costs as billed to the father. The rest of the issues are non-agreed, and I will take testimony from the parties as to those parts. Ms. Henry, can you please state your full name?
Chastity Von Shay Henry.
Did you hear the terms that I read as your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those parts still your agreements?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to accept those parts?
Yes, ma'am.
So there are parts that you and Mr. Houston do not agree to, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so let's talk about the parts that are in dispute. Are you in agreement to be named joint managing conservators with Mr. Houston?
What? I'm sorry. What does that mean?
For you two to share the responsibility of making decisions for the child together jointly.
I don't think that we can do that at this point.
Okay, so you're asking to be named sole managing conservator?
Yes.
Why do you think you cannot make decisions with Mr. Houston?
I mean, for one, he's very self-centered. He does everything off of his emotion. For me, more so than like the child. Like everything is based off if basically me not wanting to be with him dictates a lot when it comes to my baby. And that's where the problem comes in at.
Okay. Have you guys made decisions together in the past for your child?
Yes. With his mom involved only.
But you feel now that your relationship is terminated that you cannot make decisions together?
Correct.
Okay. Now, you're asking for no geographic restriction, is that correct?
Yes.
And that's because you've recently relocated from Grand Prairie to Houston.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're asking to be able to move wherever you want with the child.
Correct.
Okay. Are you in agreement for Mr. Houston to have the state standard possession?
I'm just not familiar with all the terms. Can you break that down some?
Are you in agreement for Mr. Houston to have visitation with the child for over 100 miles since you live in Houston? So that would be one weekend a month.
Yes,
From
ma'am.
Friday, 6 p.m. to Sunday, 6 p.m.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay. Do you have safety concerns with Mr. Houston having your address?
No, I don't.
Okay. Would you be in agreement for your address and phone number to be listed in today's court order?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you are asking for retroactive child support, is that correct?
Correct.
And you and Mr. Houston have been separated for 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in agreement for retroactive child support in the amount of $980 a month, with Mr. Houston paying it at $25 a month?
Yes.
Okay, and that's to begin January 1st, 2026.
Hmm.
Need you to answer yes or no, ma'am.
Yes.
Is there anything else you feel is pertinent to this case for the judge to know?
No, it's not.
Okay, I pass the witness. Mr. Houston, can you please state your full name?
Yes, my full name is Rayvon Marquis Houston.
Mr. Houston, earlier I read some terms as agreements between you and Miss Henry. Are those terms still your agreements?
Can we go over the agreements that we agreed upon?
Okay. You stated that you were self-employed,
I am
okay, and your gross income at $2,816.67.
a lot less than that. It's really more like 25-ish. I make about 600 a week at the moment.
And you agreed to pay child support at $436 a month beginning January 1st, 2026.
Yes, ma'am.
And you agreed to pay cash medical for the government medical plan at $100 a month beginning January 1st, 2026.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And and you agreed for court costs to be as billed to you.
Yes.
Okay. Those were the parts we agreed to. Now the parts that weren't agreed to, let's talk about that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Are you asking to be named joint managing conservators with Miss Henry?
And what does that define?
Um, that means that you and Miss Henry will make decisions together for the child.
Absolutely.
And you understand that Miss Henry lives in Houston now.
Yes.
Okay. Are you in agreement for, I'm sorry. You understand that Miss Henry asks for retroactive child support?
Retroactive.
Yes.
And what does that mean?
For the periods that you've been separated, have you been giving Miss Henry financial support for your child?
I have, yes.
Okay. Are you in agreement to pay retroactive child support? And that's for financial support for the 5 months that you've been separated in the amount of $980 a month?
Not a month.
May I ask why that is?
Was that if you keep saying a month? That's not a month.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase. Are you in agreement that you owe Miss Henry $980 for the 5 months you've been separated from Miss Henry?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. Are you asking for retroactive child support to be set at 0?
Yes.
And that's because you've been giving her financial support for your child.
Yes. And more than that,
What else more?
Excuse me, Miss
I have
Henry. Nobody.
receipts.
Excuse me, Miss Henry. Nobody asked you a question.
So the state calculated for the periods that you've been separated that you would have owed her $2,180, but she gave you credit for $1,200. How much would you say you've given her?
Yeah, like I was explaining earlier, 1,200 was just what I got, but it wasn't the complete list of how much I've sent.
Okay, how much have you sent?
Um, like I said, I have receipts of things that she didn't pick up, i.e., formula, diapers, wipes. I had pictures and photos, followed by receipts. But what I calculated was at least 1,600 minus all of that. Like I ended up buying a car seat, this, that, and the third, because I'm assuming we're going to co-parent. But she took my child and left.
So how much credit are you asking for in total?
How much do you have on file?
I have that you owe $2,180 before she gave you the $1,200 credit.
I would like the credit to be pushed up to at least 200. 800, I'm fine with, but even then, that's wrong.
Okay. So I want you to listen to me. Um, you're saying that you don't feel that you owe any retroactive child support. Is that correct?
I do not owe any amount of back pay.
Okay.
Now, as far as
Okay.
her, yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
Thank you. Thank you. Are you in agreement for the stay standard position, and that's visiting your child from Friday 6 p.m. to Sunday 6 p.m. once a month since Miss Henry is now living in Houston?
Yes.
Okay. Has there
Sure.
been acts of family violence between you and Miss Henry in the last 2 years?
Threats on her end towards me.
Can I say something, please?
No.
Okay. Do you have any safety concerns if Miss Henry has your address?
No,
Do you have any safety concerns if your phone number is put in today's court order?
no, I do not.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you feel that the court needs to know about your case?
Can I talk now?
No,
Can you
ma'am.
stop interrupting? This is the courtroom. I gave you instructions this morning. One of you is going to be witness number one. That's your time to testify. And then witness number two is going to testify. Nowhere did I say you interrupt the other person. You've done it 4 times already. I don't understand why you can't listen. Doesn't sound like either one of you listened very well. Was there anything else, Mr. Houston?
Yes. Going down the line, um, how would I fight either for not full custody, well, either full custody or just a longer time frame? Like I want the right to claim and I want my child to be with me more than
Okay, that's all.
no, hold up. But look,
Oh,
I would like I would like to have at least I would like the right to claim in summers. In the summers.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and make my ruling. All right, so the parts y'all agreed to, those are all fine. We're not doing a non-disclosure of either one of your addresses. What you're, I'm making a fine. There's been no family violence. If Miss Henry lives in Houston, then it makes sense to me that we're doing so managing conservatorship, and we should also not have a geographic restriction that makes her live in Dallas if she doesn't live here. We're doing a standard visitation order, which has two parts. One, if you live under 100 miles, and one, if you live over 100 miles. Obviously, right now we're talking about the over 100 miles. So basically, father gets right to visit 1 weekend per month from Friday at 6 until Sunday at 6. And then a longer summer, it's like, I think, 42 days in the summer instead of 30 days because of the distance. Um, you're to pick up the child from Miss Henry's residence and bring the child back to Miss Henry's residence at the end of visitation periods. And then some of the holidays are split up in the court order. If you choose to move close to each other, then you can do the every other weekend visitation, which would be good for the child to see both of you on a very quick, often basis. But that would be the only way you can accelerate that. That'll be the other part of the visitation if that changes in the future. And then as far as retroactive support, hopefully the things you bought that you did not give to her, you can get a refund, or maybe you need to use it yourself. If you probably need your own car seat anyway, so maybe some of those you can use yourself when you have the child. So I'm granting a retroactive judgment of $980 payable at $25 a month until paid in full. That's a difference in what you paid to Miss Henry directly, and not giving you credit for anything you purchased that she did not receive. Court
Okay.
costs as billed. The Attorney General's office will put this all in a court order. It's very important if you're self-employed that any payments beginning January 1st be paid through the child support office. Do not give anything to Miss Henry directly, either by Zelle or in cash. Do not give the child anything directly unless if you don't want credit. So you can always definitely buy stuff for the child But just understand that those payments or those things would not be credited as your child support payments. Only payments you pay through the child support office will count. If you're self-employed, I would urge you to try to be consistent about how often you pay so that Miss Henry can rely upon that to pay the bills like the rent and things like that. So if you pay it once a week or twice a month or once a month, just kind of be consistent so she knows about when you're going to be making the payments because it does take about 4 or 5 days sometimes for the payment to get to the AG's office and then for them to pay her. So it's not going to be immediate. If you pay today, she's not going to get a payment today. But just I want to make sure we're on the same page about that. All right, y'all got to figure out some of your other things I cannot resolve. You cannot get a tax return thing. You don't. The child doesn't live with you. The child lives with Miss Henry. So I think the tax code is pretty clear. You cannot get any kind of credit for a child that doesn't live with you.
Okay.
Um, and I mean, I think I've rolled on everything else. All right, the Attorney General's office is going to put that all in writing. They're going to email you a copy of the order. I urge you both to read it. If you have any questions, make sure you read the order. It'll probably answer many of your questions. Hopefully, y'all can move forward in a more positive direction after this. All right,
Yes.
y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you.